So I'm headed to Jackson, Wyoming right now. I did an overnight in, I think it was Rock Springs, Wyoming, at a Flying J's truck stop. I did not sleep well there. I was up, trying to sleep, and then I ended up messing around with all my whatever, trying to organize my stuff and figure some things out where I can charge my phone at night, because sometimes it's good for me to watch something on YouTube or TV, so I don't hear so much of the noise at the truck stop. And anyway, it was a rough night, so I'm slept a little late, but I just went to the Mountain Man Museum in Pinedale, I think, Wyoming, and that was really pretty interesting. And now I'm headed to I'm excited about Grand Teton, so that's where I'm hoping I end up today. I'm going in blind. I don't know where I'm going to stay. I don't know what the situation is. Will I be able to find a place to stay for the night? I don't know. Sleeping in my van is my plan, but we'll see what happens. I'm just driving into these beautiful, beautiful snowy mountains, and this trip has been incredible so far, just very beautiful. Not a lot of stops along the way, a little here and there, but it's just been a very I just can't get over how pretty this country is. I'm so happy and thankful that I'm able to see it. So I'm headed into Yellowstone. I'm about, 50 minutes from Yellowstone. I was able to sleep in a campsite, and that was very nice. It was quiet and dark, and I slept much better. I cleaned up this morning, kind of washed my hair in my van, my way of showering up. I've never showered at a I've never stayed at a campground before as an adult. I'm sure I did as a kid, but as an adult I have not. So it was a very cool experience. Ooh, I'm gonna have to pull off right now. I gotta take some pictures. Okay, so I was going to try to shower. I thought about showering at the campground, but I got up pretty early, and I just wanted to clean up quick and get dressed and get on with my day. And I'm glad I did, because I went to the place was closed. It was all closed up. So I don't know. I have to learn the rules. I'm learning a lot as I go. And like I said, I have way too much stuff, and I need to figure out how to be more mindful when I'm packing for these trips. I know this is a longer trip than usual, so I do have a lot more stuff. But I think most of my trips are pretty short, so I really don't have all this, baggage with me. So, okay, well, I'm gonna continue on to Yellowstone. I'm really looking forward to Grand Prismatic Springs. That's been on my list, and I'm really looking forward to that one. And the geysers. Okay, so one of the roads is closed, so I have to go around to get to the area like Grand Prismatic Springs and the Old Faithful Inn, the Old Faithful Geyser. But I'm told it's a beautiful drive and I might see animals, so I'm just winging it. Just go with the flow. Not sure why the road is closed. Maybe weather. There's still quite a bit of snow. But I am looking forward to seeing some animals. I've seen in Wyoming, I saw quite a few, the antelope and deer. And then once I got into Grand Teton, I saw moose and herds of elk, which was very cool. But I haven't seen any jackalope though. So So it's my last night in Yellowstone. I crammed a lot in, as much as I possibly could, considering road closures and certain things I really wanted to do and see. I wasn't able to, but I'm pretty happy with everything I did in such a short amount of time. Yeah, hard to explain how beautiful this place is. It's just, honestly, I've gotten a little choked up at times just because of the beauty. I had no idea. I've never been here before. I had no idea what it was going to be like, and it's probably one of my favorite road trips so far. I don't know how I could ever top it, just because it's so incredibly beautiful here. And I love the buffalo, bison, I guess it. I love the buffalo or bison so much that I had it for dinner. Bison ribs. Delicious. I think in the morning I'll take a quick video of my room, and it was amazing because my window looks right out to Old Faithful, and so I was able to see it go off a couple of times just from sitting in my room looking out the window. There's no TV in my room, there's no internet, so I don't know, this trip has been just incredible. Very happy I did it, and my way out of Yellowstone, and pretty sad about it. I love Yellowstone. I think I'm going to gather my thoughts and try to put it all together, because I did cram a lot into just a couple of days. So I am headed to Cody, Wyoming, and probably stay in a truck stop, I'm thinking. And anyway. Turned off to do this overlook thing, and I'm not happy about it at all. And it was beautiful, yes, very beautiful, but now I'm on the outside edge with a huge drop off, and I don't like it. This was a mistake. I'm getting very queasy in my stomach. The same thing happened to me. I went to Mammoth, and then I decided to continue going to Tower, Roosevelt, and there was a bridge I did not like at all. And so I decided I was just going to just go all the way around instead of going back across the bridge. But then the road was closed, so I had to go back over the bridge anyway. Okay, I think I'm almost down now.
Turn left on East Entrance Road.
Yay. I basically started in Laramie, Wyoming, and I think the trip revolved around Yellowstone and Grand Teton. So Jackson, I came in, followed up to the visitor center where I purchased my America the Beautiful pass. I drove around this way and then back around. I wanted to see everything I could possibly see. And then back up to Coulter Bay Village, where I camped for the night. I think in the video I said I was 50 minutes from Yellowstone, but I think I was a little closer. Followed up to Yellowstone. So into the south entrance of Yellowstone. This is where I found out that this road was closed. And I was staying here, and Grand Prismatic Springs is here. And so I had to go all the way around. So I came in. It was beautiful, though. I loved it. I'm so glad that, I mean, sometimes things just work out the way they're supposed to. So I followed it around here. Ended up at, let's see, where is that? Yeah, the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. So there's some video and pictures of that. And that was amazing. And then back, cut across here, back down. I did quite a few stops along the way, and then my first night at the Old Faithful Inn. The next morning, I wanted to make it to Mammoth Hot Springs, so I drove up this way, hung out there for a little while, and then went across this bridge I did not like. because I wanted to head over to Tower Roosevelt area. And that's when I realized that this road was closed. So I had to go back over that bridge I didn't like and back down. And, there were a lot of these side roads and areas to check out, but a lot of that was closed. So I pretty much had to stay on the main roads. So last night at Old Faithful Inn, and the next morning I got up and I wanted to see if there's anything I missed, if anything was open that I could check out. There were paths and different hikes and things I wanted to do, but it was closed, I think, mainly because of the weather or wildlife. So back around up to Fishing Bridge, I did check. I didn't see any fish, and followed it around. This is where there was some big lookout here that that I had a hard time with. Yeah, right here, I guess. And followed it to the east exit entrance, and that was my wonderful Yellowstone Grand Teton trip mapped out. Okay, well, I'm officially out of Yellowstone. I cried a little. I did. That was a life-altering experience. So, on to my next stop, which is, I'm not sure where. I'm headed toward Cody, Wyoming, and I have a list of a few things I'd like to see along the way. So, I'm gonna probably pull off at some point and take a look and see, what looks good. Nothing will compare to what I just experienced, but we'll see. I'm gonna take a look at my list and then think about where I might stay for the night. I'm planning on a truck stop, probably Love's or Flying J. Yeah. See how it goes. I'm not too happy right now. I have no idea where I am. I have a half a tank of gas, which is not bad. It's getting late, and I'm not seeing towns. This could be a very challenging evening for me. I don't like it when this happens, but I wasn't as organized as I should have been. So I'm gonna keep driving, and eventually maybe I'll end up on a major highway and I can find a truck stop. It's beautiful here, though. I left Yellowstone, headed to Cody, Wyoming, and that was a beautiful drive. And now it's just all like, very hilly, a lot of, I don't know, not farmland, probably deer land and antelope. Another reason I want to find a place to stop for the night so I don't hit some animals while I'm driving. There's some big, beautiful mountains ahead of me. I really thought once I left Yellowstone I would be on flat ground and I'd have fast food restaurants, and I just thought things would be a little bit, I don't know, easier. But I'm still in the middle of nowhere. I need to find a place to stay for the night. It's not looking good. Okay, so I left Yellowstone. I left the east entrance and then headed to Cody, and I probably could have found a place to stay in Cody, but it was light and early enough and I wanted to keep driving, so I kept going, and I ended up in the middle of nowhere I had no idea where I could park and sleep. And so I did end up like using my GPS to find a truck stop, which was like 3 hours away. And I really don't like to drive in the dark because I'm always afraid of hitting deer. And it was starting to get that time when the deer are out and about. I saw them, so many deer on the side of the road. And so I just kept driving, and I started to think I'm just gonna have to just be careful and head to the truck stop 3 hours away. But luckily I did run into a tiny little RV park, and I was able to get a spot, $28, and I'm very happy about it. I think this is much better than the alternative. So I already had dinner, cleaned up, and organized the van a little bit, and so feeling pretty good and ready to get a good night's sleep, and then hit the road probably pretty early in the morning. Okay, so I slept at 10 Sleep, a cute little RV park, 10 Sleep, Wyoming, and slept great. I am lucky I found the place that I just was pretty desperate, not sure where I was going to sleep, and just there it was, this little cute RV park. Nobody was working because it was so late, and the lady actually saw me snooping around trying to find how I can pay or what I need to do to stay there, being it's so late. And so she came out and collected my money, and I had a great night, slept well, and now I'm headed toward Rapid City. I'm going to make a few stops along the way. We'll see what's open. It's kind of early, so we'll see what's open and what I can see. Beautiful country here. Lots of mountains, and it is beautiful. Seems to be the theme of this trip is beauty. So last night I stayed in a truck stop in Box Elder, South Dakota. It was raining a lot yesterday, so by the time I rolled into Rapid City, I was tired of driving in the rain. I went to Reptile Gardens and Bear Country. I didn't do Mount Rushmore and all the other tourist things because I did those last time I rolled through this area not too long ago, a couple months ago, but it was too early. There were things that were closed, and so I didn't get to see everything I wanted to see then. So now I did a couple extra stops running through Rapid City. Last night was good at the truck stop. I cleaned up in my van again, although I could have used showers there, but I'm just so new to all of this, so I went in this morning and after I cleaned up and just checked on the shower situation, and I wanted to see what it looked like, and so very nice. I also enjoyed looking through all the trucker stuff. I'm going to get, my brother-in-law told me about the cooler that you plug into your cigarette lighter, so I'm going to get that at some point. And maybe something to cook with. Instead of eating beans out of a can, I guess I could warm up my beans. We'll see. I'll see if I have to think that through and see if it would make sense for me to have something like that. It would have been nice while I was in Yellowstone, but I'm not sure about the way I travel and all the touristy places I'm hitting. I can always find food. Okay, so I went to the wrong prairie dog thing. I ended up going first to the Roberts Prairie Dog Town, I think is what it was called. that was inside the Badlands National Park. Luckily, I had my America the Beautiful pass, so it didn't cost me money, but I mean, that was just an area where there were a lot of prairie dogs, so that was not what I was looking for. But while I was in there, I did see a lot of buffalo, and I'm just crazy in love with the buffalo. I think they are magical animals. They're incredibly, I just think they're beautiful. So I left there, and then I went to Minuteman. What is that called? National Historical Site, Minuteman. That was very interesting. I watched a film, so I learned more about it because I really didn't understand exactly what it was. And then I found the right prairie dog place that I wanted to check out, and that was with the big prairie dog statue out front, and that was amazing. So I fed the prairie dogs. I was not expecting what happened. They seemed shy at first, so I would toss the peanut to them, and then they start to get less shy. And one of them crawled up my leg. That scared me, but luckily he jumped down. I threw a peanut down, and he jumped down to get it. The other ones would come up and kind of tap me, like in my back. Tap my back to tell me that they want another peanut. It was really cute. I don't know how much video I got or pictures, but I think I got a few pics. So that was really nice. Now I'm gonna go to that 1880 town. So that's my next stop, about 30 miles away, I think. Okay, so 1880 town. I've seen a few other old towns while I've been traveling around, and I would have to say this one is probably the best one I've seen. Maybe there's better out there, I don't know, but this one was pretty good. And then it also had dances with wolves. I don't think I saw the movie. I stopped at Pioneer Auto, which has I think one of the original Dukes of Hazzard's car, and Smokey and the Bandit, the Trans Am. So that's why I stopped. I've seen other old car museums before, and this was it was pretty neat. They had some cars and they kind of tied them in with Hollywood and movies, so that was kind of neat. Some of the things that they had. The Pioneer Auto Museum also had old tractors, and it actually had a little bit of an old town in the back as well. And I was thinking about stopping at an old tractor museum. I'm not sure I'm going to stop now because they had quite a few tractors there. It was kind of cool. It reminded me of my grandpa. I used to ride with him on the tractor. The Lewis and Clark Museum, or I guess I'm not really sure what it was called. It was closed, so I guess this is a wrap. Now I'm going to spend a little time with family and friends, and I have to admit, I get a little sad. I get a little sad when I come to the end of one of my adventures, and I'm already looking forward to the next one. I just love doing this. I love traveling across the U.S. and learning more about this wonderful country, and it's pretty amazing.